Well, hello, everybody. Howdy, howdy from Austin, Texas. This is Dr. Matt, aka the CHOQTOR, also known as the CHOQ Chief Scientific Officer and Formulator, and everything natural health geek. I had a little hiccup and accidentally, originally, this was scheduled for 7 o'clock on YouTube, and the reason is because something happened with my operating system, and the time zone got switched to Pacific. So whenever I entered it as 5 o'clock, it showed as 7. So perhaps that might have messed a few people up, but hopefully posting just now in the Telegram group helped folks out. Hello, Kevin. How's it going? Hey, Mohammed. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I think we might do that crazy thing today, and we might actually give away prize number 1 right off the bat. Yeah, let's do it. What do you guys think? A weird thing I do once in a while where we give away prize number 1 immediately. I want to reward you guys for showing up early. So the timer just started. You have 1 minute. You know the drill. Give me a number between 1 and 100, and let's see who wins out of the few people who are here. If this is your first time, give me a number between 1 and 100 in the chat right now. You have 45 seconds left. Whoever is closest to the random number wins 1 of any CHOQ product. So let's see who gets it. Just want to reward you guys for showing up early sometimes. And yeah. So let's see what we got here. Let's see who wins it. Okay, you got 20 seconds left on the clock. Aswana, I think, was on fire the other day. I seem to recall you would have won twice, right? If that weren't against the rules. Okay, everybody got theirs in. You got a few seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end. Done. All right, awesome. Cool, so the number was 94. Who is closest to 94? This is going to be the highest number here pretty much. So it looks like 68. Hunter, is that you? Yeah. Hunter, you are the winner of prize number 1. Great job. Great job. Everybody was pretty far away this time. It was on the extreme. It was in the 90s, mid-90s. So, but yeah, Hunter, you win prize number 1. Pick your CHOQ product, anything you want. Could be some good old-fashioned 7 Wonders that everybody loves. Could be some Shilajit that, of course, has 500 almost 5-star reviews on it. Apex, we unfortunately don't have right now, but anything else you want. Hunter, great job. Email CHOQ@CHOQ.com and let them know which prize you would like. Cool. So just thought I would do that. I'm trying to do that a little bit more often to encourage folks to show up a little bit early. So yeah. Cool. So how's everybody doing? How's your Tuesday going so far? Had to double check and make sure I had the day right. For some reason, I was thinking it was Wednesday for a second. That happens once in a while. Mohammed, hello. Dylan, hello. Hunter, hello. Of course, Mr. R, hello. Mr. R is probably our all-time champion for winning the most number of times. I think Mr. R, how many times have you won? Like 6 times? It's pretty incredible. This guy's got some amazing psychic skills. Aswana, hello. Lord Grimlock, you might be a new one. I'm not sure if you're new or not, but if you are new, welcome. Starseer, I think I may have seen that name before. So what do you guys got for me? What do you want to know about? What questions do you have today? Looks like I only got 1 question so far. Muhammad says, best fruits and vegetables to boost testosterone and build muscle, trying to make a great smoothie. Interesting question, Muhammad. Well, so what comes to mind when you say that? So this is actually a really interesting topic. Most people are taught that protein is the only thing you need to build muscle, and that, you know, more protein equals more muscle, right? And so you get everybody trying to eat, just overdose themselves with toxic amounts of beef and things like that, right? Trying to get more muscle. And that's absolutely not how it works in reality. Very important to know that. Of course, you do need some protein to build muscle, but actually you do need carbohydrates to build muscle as well. Carbohydrates do increase protein absorption. And you need carbohydrates to so that insulin can get secreted, right? Because if you're doing a super low carb diet, you're not going to have as much insulin secretion. Insulin is actually a very anabolic hormone. And it's one of the things that we're going to go over in our dark side of keto And I'm gonna probably be rescheduling that, by the way, and I'll get to that in a second. So I get a little more time to research. Yeah, so in general, I'd like to say when we're talking about fruits, especially Muhammad, to answer your question, what fruits, and you also mentioned vegetables, good to boost testosterone and build muscle. We'll go with the muscle building part first. High carbohydrate fruits, we're talking about natural, healthy carbohydrates, really great for building muscle, actually. One of the best things you can do before you work out is a bunch of mangoes and bananas. That's fantastic pre-workout. Of course, the carbohydrate is going to give you lots and lots of clean energy as well when you're at the gym, but those can be excellent as well. Now, which fruits and vegetables actually help you build testosterone? Well, I'm going to say something a little bit outside the box. Cruciferous vegetables help you get rid of bad estrogens, which then rebalances your system in favor of having a better testosterone to estrogen ratio as a man or even as a woman sometimes, right? So later on, I'm going to do a whole presentation just on this. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about one of my favorite blogs, which is called, Worse Living Through Chemistry, where I talk a lot about the way that all these different man-made chemicals are affecting our hormones, right? And there's that concept that I'm always talking about called xenoestrogens. One day in a couple months, I'm going to do an entire presentation just on this, just on the way that chemicals are affecting our hormones and other systems in the body, and that'll be a fun one. And it's going to be called Worse Living Through Chemistry. So basically, cruciferous vegetables have a compound called sulforaphane. Wait, is that? Let's see. Make sure I'm spelling that right. You guys know about sulforaphane? Sulforaphane, really cool stuff. S-U-L-F-O-R-A. Okay, S-U-L-F-O-R-A-P-H-A-N-E. Sulforaphane in cruciferous vegetables. Of course, when I say cruciferous vegetables, I mean, like what? Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts, etc. So just look up cruciferous vegetables. They contain sulforaphane. Sulforaphane helps your body detox bad estrogens. So if you want to boost testosterone and build muscle, then you want to get these nasty estrogens out of the system. Now, there are natural estrogens that are also bad, especially in women. You get these estrogen breakdown products like certain molecular versions of what's called estriol, which is an estrogen, that are these nasty breakdown products that you want to get out. But then also in men, and of course, both men and women, you have these chemicals that are mimicking estrogen called xenoestrogen with an X that I just posted there. Xenoestrogens are interfering with your endocrine system, and they're driving your testosterone levels. They're driving your ratio of estrogen to testosterone in the wrong direction. And in a sense, they can antagonize testosterone and disrupt your system, make it harder to build muscle, and can interfere with testosterone. So, Muhammad, I would say one of the best kinds of vegetables to eat would be anything in the cruciferous category. Now, I've got one really cool, you know what? I'm going to find a prop for this next part. Give me 1 second. Let me show you a little prop here. Okay. This is a really cool pro tip for you guys. How many of you guys know about mustard seeds and mustard seed powder and how important this stuff is and how it connects to what I'm talking about? So this is a really cool little fun fact here. When you cook broccoli or any other cruciferous vegetable, it makes it to where the sulforaphane is not activated, this compound that helps you get rid of these bad estrogens, right? You need another compound, an enzyme called myrosinase, to activate the sulforaphane. Typically, this compound is actually in there in broccoli or cauliflower or whatever, and as long as you don't heat it and deactivate it, then you're fine. So if you're eating these raw, you're probably going to get the sulforaphane intact. But if you're cooking your cruciferous vegetables, which of course we like to do because they're delicious, and we don't want to have to eat all of our asparagus raw or all of our Brussels sprouts raw, So what you do is, if you want to make sure that your cruciferous vegetables can still help you detox, these bad estrogens, when you cook them, and then you sprinkle a little bit of this stuff on there. That's right, mustard seed powder. You can sprinkle whole mustard seeds as well. Either way, and it doesn't have to be a lot. Maybe like a teaspoon, half a teaspoon per serving, something like that. Doesn't taste bad, pretty neutral. We actually use this also in Chinese medicine to help with lung support and histamine support, stuff like that. Mustard seeds, pretty awesome stuff. So make sure that the actual mustard seed powder is not cooked though. Make sure that this part is still raw because that's going to contain that myrosinase enzyme that's going to activate the sulforaphane in the cruciferous vegetables. So yeah, I could probably talk more on that, but that's actually just a cool little primer, and I figured that would be a fun little fun fact that a lot of y'all probably don't know. So long story short, if you're cooking cruciferous vegetables, add a little bit of mustard seed powder, and they will still work to help you detox bad estrogens. And of course, at CHOQ, we're all about that. We're all about giving you guys proper solutions for healthy hormones. Very, very important in this day and age, in this chemically saturated milieu that we find ourselves in. You know what I'm saying? All right. What do we got next? All right. Lord Grimlock says, I'm new, listening in while doing my workout. Took some Tonkat a bit ago. Nice, Lord Grimlock. How's that going? Hope you're digging it. Happy workout there. Microcycle, ashwagandha. So yeah, there's really, honestly, with the cycling, Lord Grimlock, to give you the most thorough answer, there are different schools of thought, and I don't believe that there is definitive science to really say that one school of thought on cycling is the right one. Macro cycle, whatever you're talking about. You know what I mean? So in general, I recommend people probably take about 3 to 5 days off per month of a lot of these adaptogens like Tonkat, ashwagandha, and of course, if you have a 30-count bottle, like everything we sell, almost everything has a 30-count bottle of one a day, right? It's meant to be a month's supply. What you could do then with a Tonkat, for example, this would work with Tonkat, is you could take, a couple days, you could take a double dose and then skip a few days if you want to do that, So yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah. All right. Dylan says, got my first ever bundle of CHOQ yesterday, feeling the power already. Nice, Dylan. Tell us about what kind of results you're getting and how you're feeling from it. Curious to know about that. That's awesome. Glad you're digging it. Also, Dylan, what kind of stack are you on? What all are you taking? Curious. All right. Let's see here. So Lillian is asking about things like rice hull, cellulose. So Lillian, the cellulose is what the capsule is made of. And once again, I'd like to say that CHOQ is a 100% vegan company, so we don't use gelatin capsules. So really, if you want to put your product in any capsule, you're going to have to pick gelatin or some kind of cellulose. Cellulose is really just a natural thing that comes in plants, very, very inert, very non-toxic, and it's significantly better than gelatin. Even if you're not vegan, I think gelatin has more chances to have weird toxic stuff in it than cellulose. Either one's probably not that bad for you in the long run, right? And then the rice hulls. Machines, just so you know, Lillian, how it works in supplements, machines need, oftentimes, for the machine to fill the capsules, you have to put something in there to help the materials flow, so the materials will actually go through the machine and not stick to stuff. And so you usually pick something really inert like rice hulls. That's super common. So that's why those are in there. What's up, Danny? You missed the live yesterday. That's too bad. But of course, Danny, they're all recorded. So definitely go back, check it out. And of course, make sure to give it a like. Always plugging the likes. You know how it is. Every single person on YouTube is like and subscribe, blah, blah, blah. But that's just, unfortunately, that is critical for me to remind you all of that. That's just kind of how it is. So if you can, make sure to like this video, like any of the videos you watch by CHOQ. Personally, because I know how important likes are in YouTube and subscriptions, anybody I watch on YouTube who I think is doing good stuff and spreading legit information and being real about it, I always make sure to like every one of their videos. Make sure to subscribe because it does a lot for that person's channel, And our channel's only a few months old. We're still growing it. We got almost 1,500 subscribers, which is pretty cool. And I'm getting anywhere between, on the low end, 10 or 12 on here live to, we've had up to 20, 25, sometimes maybe almost high 20s on the lives, which is cool. I would like to have a lot more in the future. So if you guys could, share this stuff with your friends and let everybody know that we're doing awesome stuff, that we're doing Q&A and, of course, prize giveaways, then that would help us. That sure would help us a lot. Yeah. Let's see here. Well, taking CHOQ during water fast, break it. Levi, to answer your question, what breaks a fast is typically calories. And CHOQ supplements are not a source of calories, with the exception of cacao beans, cacao beans are a food. They have a significant amount of fat. Fat, of course, has the highest caloric density, which is 9 calories per gram, right? I don't know if you all know about caloric density. Carbohydrates, proteins have 4 calories per gram. Fat has 9 calories per gram. So yes, cacao beans certainly will break your fast, but like something like Shilajit, Tomcat, there's really not any calories in there. So those would be perfectly fine. So as long as you're not doing cacao beans, that would be a legitimate fast, to answer your question, Levi. But good question. All right. So let's see here. Jimmy Jack says, don't ask me to join Julian Assange's son's page. Yeah, that's so funny, Jimmy Jack 35. We're getting, our Telegram group just has a ton of spam on it. And every time I see one of those, and if y'all can do me a favor too, report it as spam. Literally, I'll drop a post on there being like, hey, I'm on YouTube in a second. And 2 seconds later, like immediately, probably through some, obviously it's all automated, somebody drops this spam saying Julian Assange is on Telegram or so-and-so. And it's super annoying, and I have to keep reporting those as spam. So if you guys see that spammy junk on our Telegram group, if you wouldn't mind perhaps reporting it as spam, right-click and click report and then click spam. That would really help us a lot, so we'll get less spam. But yes, Telegram does have a bit of a spam problem, I have noticed. Yeah, so I feel you. It's annoying. All right, let's see. Should make cacao butter or powder from the heirloom beans and be all over those. Cool. Yeah, maybe we will. Some heirloom cacao butter. That could be awesome. Yeah. Levi says, it seems the Shilajit is helping me get up at 4 a.m. and do work, low stress too. Very cool, Levi. That's awesome. Super glad for that. That's fantastic. 4 a.m. is really early. I would not be a fan of waking up then, personally. That's pretty crazy. Levi, are you doing some sort of a shift work or what? Yeah, that's real early. At the moment, I'm just feeling really focused. Dylan says, got the daily 7 wonders ashwagandha and a bunch of cacao beans. Though it's incredibly better than taking it with honey. Yeah, Dylan, there's a bunch of different ways you can do those beans. You can do the one trick where you just put them in your mouth and a bunch of honey or maple syrup and just chew them. Obviously, a smoothie, with some sweeter fruit in there will balance up the bitterness. And then, of course, you can also brew them as coffee. So, Dylan, if you want to brew them, I can I can give you directions on how to do that. And let me know if that's interesting to you, and I'll tell you in a sec. All right. Muhammad says, what product stacks best with NAC and bromelain, ashwagandha, or Tomcat? Really, Muhammad, the stacks just depend on what you're going for. I assume that a lot of y'all are going for things like sustained energy, healthy mood support, healthy focus, stuff like that. In which case, I'd say I would really go with the Action 2.0 would be a great addition to that. Or, of course, obviously, either Shilajit or Daily. Daily for men, it's got Shilajit in it, or just plain Shilajit for women. That would be a good way to go for sure. And of course, the Action 2.0, just so y'all know, let me just show you this one here. See if autofocus is working today. Yeah, it seems to be working pretty well. Action 2.0, there's the new label. New label's looking really good. This one is more than just about energy. Action 2.0 also really does support healthy blood flow, which is from nitric oxide. Not to be confused with nitrous oxide. Differs by 1 molecule. Nitric oxide is 1 nitrogen and 1 oxygen. Nitrous oxide is 2 nitrogen and 1 oxygen. So there's an extra nitrogen. They have very different functions in the body, but nitric oxide is a molecule that your body makes to support healthy blood flow, support healthy, health of the arteries and veins to make sure that they have a healthy diameter so blood can flow through them. Nitric oxide is also part of the immune system, interestingly enough. And Action 2.0 is a very strong formula when it comes to supporting blood flow and nitric oxide. So in addition to being helpful for mood and focus, it also is great for circulation. And it's kind of a cardiovascular support formula as well. So yeah, so if you're looking to for a healthy way to support your cardiovascular system and also get some great energy, Action 2.0 is awesome for that. And it pairs very nicely, I think, with Daily. Daily for men, obviously. So great combo of those two right there. Recipe video on the beans would be cool. Just been eating a spoonful of honey. Yeah, we should probably do that, Lord Grimlock. We'll do a recipe video at some point. For now, I'll just tell you that basically all you want to do is take some beans, coarsely grind them, on the coarser end, as if you're grinding coffee. Use a coffee grinder. Use about 2 tablespoons per 10-ounce serving. Steep at about 170 degrees Fahrenheit, obviously, and do that for about 5 minutes in a French press. So again, 2 tablespoons coarsely ground per serving of 10 ounces approximately. 170 degrees Fahrenheit, no more than that, and about 5 minutes, no more than that, and that will do the trick. Goes great, just like if you like your coffee with cream and sugar, with some almond milk or some oat milk or whatever and some honey. That's the way to do it. It's going to taste a lot better than doing it straight up. But when you do it this way, extracted, it hits you really fast, just like coffee. When you do that liquid extract, it's very potent. So if you just need a quick pick-me-up that's healthy, that's a great way to do it. It's just brew those cacao beans up and maybe top them off with some Action or some Daily or some Tomcat, and then you're really good to go do your yoga or lift weights or hike or ecstatic dance or whatever it is that you're into, All right, let's see here. Lillian says, believe it or not, I think CHOQ Irish Sea Moss has magic potion in it. Okay. You've been having premonitions. Interesting. All right, cool, Lillian. Very awesome. I love it. Some people do claim, again, there's no research on this, but Lillian, some people do claim that the Shilajit helps them with things like that. So who knows? Yeah, might want to look into that as well. All right, let's see here. Danny says, what are your thoughts on doing cardio every day? I have 3 dogs taking 6. Yeah, well, Danny, I'll just say cardio is great. Obviously, there's limits to working out, what's healthy for you as an individual, but cardio is obviously really, really important for so many reasons. But then as far as the second issue, when you say it messes up your knees, that's a whole other issue, right? Because it has to do with joint impact. So that's independent of the cardiovascular effects of getting your heart rate up and exercising. So if you want to support, your knees, then you might want to look at a lower impact way of doing that. And certainly running on pavement, even with nice running shoes, can be rough on the joints. So definitely something to take into account. Of course, it depends on how healthy your joints are and what's going on there and all that kind of stuff. But definitely that is a fairly high impact on the joints, kind of a way of working out. So something to be aware of. Dylan says, my dad loves coffee. Making cacao beans in the coffee would give him a chance to try it out. Yeah, Dylan, go for it. See what happens if you brew up a nice, strong, 1 or 2 servings for your dad and just be like, hey, try this instead of your coffee and see how it goes, Could be pretty awesome, yeah. By the way, so I am probably going to, for those of y'all who don't know, I've been plugging our, my special that was going to be this Friday called The Dark Side of Keto. And so I would like to let y'all know that I'm actually planning on rescheduling that. It's something that requires a lot of research on my part, and I want to make sure that I give you guys the level of quality and amazingness that you guys deserve on a 90-minute to 2-hour deep dive. Here's the link, by the way. Again, it's called The Dark Side of Keto. Now, as of right now, what I did today is I rescheduled it for next Wednesday, but I'm kind of debating a little bit. That's the day before Thanksgiving. Something tells me that might not be the best day, so I might even push it back to the week after, right? Plus, before you go eat a whole bunch of really fatty stuff and other food that's not good for you, do you really want to be thinking about how bad it is for you? Wouldn't you rather think about it afterwards? So I think actually right now, if you click that link, which also please click that link and give it a thumbs up, set a reminder. Right now it is scheduled for 6 p.m. next Wednesday, but I think I'm going to push it 1 more week up. And that way I'll ensure that I have plenty of time while juggling all these other CHOQ projects, like making new products and doing all sorts of cool stuff and designing bundles, that I have enough time to give it the research that it deserves. So, I see somebody just gave it a like. That's awesome. Yeah, click on that, give it a like, leave a comment if you can. The more likes on there, the more people get excited about it. That does help us to always like the videos, et cetera, et cetera. So definitely make sure, especially if you're watching this video right now, please just go down and give it a like right now at this moment as you're watching. And ideally, whenever you are watching these lives, if you just make it a habit to always click the like button, as long as you like it. If you hate it, then don't do that, right? If you hate what I'm saying, give it a thumbs down, fine. Then again, if you hate it, you're probably not watching right now, right? You're like, I'm watching, but I hate it, And I just see that a couple people did just hit the thumbs up button and give it a like, which is awesome. There's another one. So we've already gotten 3 likes since I said that, which I do really appreciate. So thank you guys so much for all doing that right now. I can see your likes coming in real time. And there's another one. We just got 5 or 6 all in a row. That's awesome. And if you guys wouldn't mind, again, it helps us a lot. We're trying to build our channel little by little. All those likes help a lot. I see we just got about 7 or 8 likes all in the last 60 seconds after I said that. So super duper appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. And it's always just a good habit to be in. Again, I try to support all the channels that I like, everybody who's doing good stuff, and it does help. And also comments help us a lot too. So on any of these, leave a comment. Every so often when I have time, I'll go in and answer all the comments. And that helps quite a bit. And it's cool. We've been doing this for quite a while. This is what, episode 34 or something like that. So, look forward to when it's like episode 300. And we've been doing this for, a year and a half or whatever, right? And that'll be interesting to see how many followers we have then. But yeah, Dark Side of Keto, I'm probably going to reschedule that for even the week after next, so that when I do it, there'll be plenty of time to do a massive amount of research. I haven't gotten to research as much as I'd like, although I have to say I've already researched this a lot. But coming up with specific references, to make sure you guys have all the references you need is a big one. And if you guys have any questions about Dark Side of Keto and why I'm specifically going after these trendy high-fat diets, I've gone into this quite a bit in the last week since I've been plugging this video. But if you don't have any questions on that right now, throw them at me. Right now, everybody, too many people think that keto can do no harm and that it's all good for you. And that needs to change. That is not the reality whatsoever. And the science does not demonstrate that, just FYI. What is my favorite CHOQ product? Asked Lillian. Ooh, that's a tough one. Actually, I got to say, Apex Glutathione, this is my baby. This is my favorite CHOQ product right here. And this is going to be, of course, coming back out, in a little while. We had to reformulate it, take the NAC out. Let's see if I can get the focus to work. I don't know why this autofocus is so random. Sometimes it works great. Other times it works not at all. Apex Glutathione. So be on the lookout in about a couple months for this to come back out. This is my favorite CHOQ product, though. And the new version is going to be really good for mood and focus support. Yeah, that is my favorite one. All right, let's see here. Any advice for detox strategies? Oh, yeah. Well, Danny, obviously, Apex Glutathione, very important, and in general, anything with glutathione or NAC is great. Danny, also be on the lookout for NAC, our promotions where we're going to be giving away some free NAC. That wouldn't surprise me if we had more of that going on. So Danny, make sure to check out all of our email blasts, because we will be announcing on email when we're giving away more of that NAC. Yeah, very important for detox, healthy detox support. Yeah. All right. As Wanda says, is that going to be on December 1st for keto? Nope. No, it'll be before then. All right. Which do I take every day? I take most CHOQ products every day, but I kind of am really intuitive about it. I just kind of go with whatever feels right. But on most days, I take 60 to 70, 80% of our products. Some days I take all of them. Yeah. All right. And you know what? Today's going to be a little shorter show, so I think it's time to do giveaway number 2. So just started the timer. You guys have 1 minute. Give me a number between 1 and 100. You know the drill. If you're new, though, and also, by the way, I did prize number 1 at the very beginning. So if y'all, missed it, I'm trying to do prize number 1 earlier to reward people for coming early. So if you do want to show up early, you will be rewarded with better odds. But yeah, only 1 entry per person. So don't list your entry more than once. And a number between 1 and 100. And who is feeling lucky? I wonder. Let's see who does it. All right, and we've got let's see here, 12 seconds left. Getting close. Make sure you get them in. Almost over here. And that is it. Okay. So we have 39 is the number. Let's see who's closest to 39 here. So Danny B has 36. Let's see. Oh, Lord Grimlock has 37. Do we have any? We have a 38 now. Do you have any low 40s? We got a 43, but that's 4 away. So it looks like Lord Grimlock is the winner. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is 2 away because the number was 39. Lord Grimlock has 37. Someone would have to guess either 38, 39, 40, 41 to get it. I don't see any of those. So, yes, Lord Grimlock, you are the official winner of prize number 2. Congratulations. Everybody give Mr. Grimlock a round of applause there. And yes, Lord Grimlock, email CHOQ@CHOQ.com to get he gets a big head when you call him. It's funny. But yeah, email CHOQ@CHOQ.com and let him know that you would like a shirt and a bag of cow beans. Check out the different styles and sizes and colors of shirts on the CHOQ website, CHOQ.com beforehand, and just let them know which one you would like. And yeah, congratulations on that. So yeah, I want to do a little shorter show tonight because also have some stuff going on. Got more chalking to do this evening. The day is not over yet. So about to probably head out and do that here in a second. But hope you guys had a good time tonight. I'll be back right around the same time tomorrow, of course. So come back and see me then. And yeah, you know, the episode's lengths will vary. Some days will be 30 minutes, some days 45. Last Friday, we had an hour and 45 minutes, so it just kind of depends on whatever's going on. No guaranteed episode length, I'd say, other than probably at least half an hour. That's how we do it. All right, well, much love, guys. I hope you guys had a good night, and I will see you soon. Thanks again for tuning in. And, of course, as always, stay human.